चित्रपटातही महिलांच्या भावविश्वाचा ठाव घेणाऱ्या अनेक कथा पाहायला मिळतात आणि हे चित्रपट सध्या समीक्षकांकडून कौतुकाची थाप मिळवत आहेत. पिंक महिलांवरील अत्याचार आणि समाजाची प्रतिक्रिया यांवर भाष्य करणाऱ्या या चित्रपटाचे दिग्दर्शक अनिरुद्ध रॉय चौधरी यांनी यावर भाष्य केलं. यावेळी चाकोरी बाह्य सिनेमे करणारी अभिनेत्री तनिष्ठा चॅटर्जी आणि वाणी त्रिपाठी उपस्थित होत्या. त्यांनीही चित्रपटातील महिलांचं स्थान व चित्रपट कसे असले पाहिजेत यावर चांगलीच चर्चा रंगली. वर्णभेदावरही तनिष्ठा चॅटर्जी यांनी यावेळी खडतर वक्तव्य केलं.
Yeah, but most of the times, I live as an artist's life. I don't have any dreams of, buying a penthouse or a Mercedes. That's not my goal in life. It doesn't excite me. So what excites me is interesting work and to express myself. So as long as I can just live, I am okay, just making those choices which push the boundaries and and take risks. Sometimes you don't know whether the end product would be what you expected, but I am a very very true follower of Gita that आप कर्म करो अपन फल की मतलब इच्छा मत करो. So I don't think about what is going to happen after. I have to enjoy the journey and I have to enjoy the process. So when the scripts come to me and I meet the people, the kind of people whom I'm working with, I think that's also really important, whether you're gelling with them and with the conversations that I have with the directors or the writers. You have a sense of, whether you're on the same page and what sort of your co-actors, your entire team. I mean, every day you have to wake up at 5 in the morning and sometimes unearth the hours of shoots. I want to be excited to be on set and I don't want to feel that, I have to push myself to go there. But yes, I think Vani is right that a majority of the consumption will happen through the internet and a lot through the mobile phone, which is why I think the narratives are getting shorter, because the attention span on a small screen like that is very short, which is where again I'll come back to the fact that it becomes pop culture. And comedies, all that has to be so much responsibility on the creators, that it is, on the one hand it's freely available, but we also know that the maximum consumption across the globe of internet content is all pornography. It's pornography. Yeah. So it is also scary and but it is also democratic. Yes. So it really depends on creators how we use it, and we have to use it responsibly. And I think
people get bored with so many things. All of us, we get habituated with, you don't eat dosa every day, you want to change to an omelette, or to a bread butter. You have to try new things. So now audience, the good thing which is happening, I think so, I might be wrong, people are exposed to so many things which we were not that point of time. I used to wait for a Calcutta film festival where I will slip in and watch a Trufuka film or Kieslowski film. Now my daughter's friends, the young people whom I meet, they watch everything. And that will show on screen. And if that works, if that gives money to the producer, it's nothing like that. Yeah. But the basic thing is we should believe in what we are doing. Absolutely. There has to be honesty.
Yeah, I think somewhere there also needs to be a marriage of the two, because in a very funny sort of a way, that if a film makes money, you get money to make more such films.
Correct.
So
absolutely.
it is one of those circles that, so we need to find more and more producers like Sujita who will actually go ahead and believe in projects, who will make sure these projects are commercially viable. Because I come back to that term, not for want of anything else, but the fact that if we want to make more such films, if we need to make films that
money has to come back.
Money has to come back for us to do it. So, any thoughts on how we can get more and more producers, more and more talent, really interested and attracted, rather than the 1 off or 2 off or 3 off that we have?
I think as I said, because it's a dynamic process and you're seeing a huge change right now, people are themselves realizing, and when I say people, of course, the Excel sheet syndrome is very much prevalent in the film industry right now. Absolutely degraded sense of the objectification that has happened of cinema all across Indian cinema. The point is, we discuss Hindi cinema a lot because, of course, Hindi film industry, I hate that word Bollywood, I don't know who gave it, whatever it is. Hindi film industry is not the only industry. There's so many industries in the country. Another film that Tony Da made, Antourine, was also one of the films which defined the women and womanhood, in a completely different sense in Bengali cinema. So how things have changed, it's a catharsis. Whether it's a NH10, whether it is Parched, whether it is Angry Indian Goddesses, whether it's Pink, it's a very, very dynamic process right now.
Queen.
Yeah, Queen. People
come
who
in and
are
watch.
engaged with cinema will watch it. Dada's passion. I salute you for this passion because you were upheavaled inside.
Yeah.
And cinema is about influencing, it is about provocation. Entertainment is also provocation. You enjoy a dreamy sequence. Wow. You are involved, you're living the moment. I think increasingly the narrative is changing. The narrative has to change further.
True.
And that one line which has become so big,
No.
means
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
is what we also have to do as actors now.
Yeah.
It is also our responsibility as actors, as artists, as producers. No means no. If an exhibitor and a financier comes and says, "ये तो जी super hit है और ये तो अभी 50वें week में जाएगा," and it's trash, if it's garbage, we also have to say no means no, we won't do. Running in theatres, it decimates that whole concept that women protagonists. If you have a film which has a woman, strong woman protagonist, it won't work commercially. It is working, and it's working how?
Yeah.
And Vandana, the congratulation that we must give is to the audience and to the nation, which is
I was just going to say
actually
that.
embracing it with such
Absolutely.
great candor and great elan.
And I believe it's done a business of almost
Yes.
65 crores from what
And this whole
I got from
100
Box Office
crore,
India, which
the
is
whole
fantastic.
100 crore club business, this whole industry, which thrives around patriarchal feudal mindsets of men and boys who remain boys. They are 50-year-old and they are boys, and they will always remain boys. But
Everyone
women
says that has something to do
but
with their
women,
mothers.
but women don't remain girls. They become women and they become mother and they get married and then they are judged, and Vidya Balan has been speaking about it.
भारताचा सामान्य माणसाचा दिवस, त्याची जगण्याची धडपड, दिनक्रम, भावना, अडचणी हे सर्व एकत्रितरित्या एका धावत्या लघुचित्रपटात पाहायला मिळेल. आणि तो चित्रपट म्हणजे इंडिया इन अ डे. आपलीच कहाणी आहे असं वाटणारं इतकं साधर्म्यपूर्ण व वास्तवाचं दर्शन घडतं. कॅनेडियन दिग्दर्शक रिची मेहता यांच्याशी इफीच्या दुसऱ्या दिवशी मनमोकळ्या गप्पा झाल्या, ज्यात हा चित्रपट बनवतानाचा अनुभव, प्रसंग कशा प्रकारे चित्रित केले, मेहनत याबद्दल चर्चा झाली. गुगल इंडियाचा हा उपक्रम असून याला हिंदी सिनेविश्वातील अनेकांनी दिग्दर्शनात मदत केल्याचं रिची म्हणाले. सगळ्याच बाबतीत वाढत चाललेल्या या देशाची एक अनोखी छटा इंडिया इन अ डे मध्ये पाहायला मिळेल.
Which is Ridley Scott's production house in the United Kingdom. And that production house is devoted to doing Ridley Scott's kind of smaller independent films that he produces, rather than the big, Aliens and Gladiator that he directs and produces out of Los Angeles. So they have 2 offices. And so they had, YouTube had collaborated with these guys quite a bit. And then they wanted to when Google acquired YouTube, they wanted to do India. They wanted to see, because now, after 6 years of doing these projects, India was at a stage where they figured there's enough internet access, there's enough smartphones, there's enough access to cameras around the country now that people could, in fact, shoot footage of their own lives on one specific day. First of all, hear the call out that we do through media, through online, on the Google page, and then respond on one day by giving footage. So that was the whole idea behind doing it now. And then somebody I know just recommended me, through the film industry in London, recommended me to Scott Free Films when they were looking for a South Asian director. I suppose they wanted somebody who had a certain experience and a certain sensibility. So they saw Amal, my first film, then Siddharth, my second film, and then they called me and they said, "Would you do this?" And I said, I didn't tell them I would have done it for free, but I really would have done it for free because it was a dream project to direct a film where it's entirely put together in the editing based on footage we're given from Indians all over the country. For me, is a dream project, because the projects I've been doing before those 2 other films and other projects as well are real they're attempts at explorations in India. My family's from Punjab. I was born in Toronto. I've spent the last 15 years, about 6 months a year in India, mostly in Delhi, and just trying to wrap my head around this place in all of its complexities, which I'll talk about more. This to me was an amazing opportunity to just watch what Indians were going to give. And not even Indians, anyone who was in the geographical boundaries of India. And we were posing some questions on this film, which were optional to answer. You could answer, what are your views on life in evolving India? It's a very broad question. And so some people addressed that, some people didn't, and I wanted to know what people were going to say and do. So that, in a long answer to your question, they just came to me. 10 days prior, it said on the homepage. Right. It was a nice little, you have Google on your side, it's nice to get the word out.
Right. So people shot this thing and you got about 16,000 entries. What was the length of, on an average, or like how long was some and some, how short was?
I can give you a clip could range from 2 seconds to 3 hours, and everything in between. We asked for unedited footage, some people gave us edited footage. So they would shoot the whole day and then they would make their own versions of it, which would be then submitted as a 2 or 3 hour clip. And then if we would watch it and say, okay, if we think there could be more interesting things, we would say, please give us the unedited footage. Most people gave us unedited footage. A couple of people gave us about 12 to 15 hours of footage. One person did a 5-camera setup on a 10-hour subject.
Wow.
So we had 5 times 10
Did you use any
hours.
of it?
Oh yeah, that's actually the biggest story in the film.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, we're jumping. Let's go with the process. 16,000 submissions come, and then you have a team of people.
Watching.
How many people sat and watched 16,000?
So we had a team of about 15. We call them researchers who were watching everything. That each person was assigned a chunk of footage. And mind you, the footage didn't come in on one day, right? We started working on it on October 11th, but it took about 3 months to get everything, because some people didn't have the bandwidth to upload the footage. So Google would have to physically arrange to find the village, either get them the hard drive or go there with a hard drive, get the footage, and then bring it back and then ship it over to London where we were editing. So it took 2 or 3 months. By Christmas time, we had everything. But in that time, teams were watching the footage, and they would rate the footage. And any of the researchers would rate the footage, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, 6 being so bad, you have to see this. And we would meet every week. I was watching stuff as well. We would meet every week and reevaluate our rating system. Because after a week of watching stuff, you realize, oh, wait a sec, this might be technically perfect, but there's nothing really behind it. Or this might be awful in terms of sound and picture quality, but what's being said or what's being shown is really quite profound. So this is, it's not just aesthetics, it's this. So over the course of 3 or 4 months, we just kept, revising that as we went. The editor, Beverly Mills, who really actually should be up here on stage, she's back in London. I think I'm going to try and generalize as much as possible so that we talk about filmmaking. In a narrative structure, especially when you're not sure what the tone of the film is going to be. We didn't know what the tone was going to be on this film. We didn't know if it was going to be a horror or a science fiction or a comedy or a drama. We were just going to be given footage and figure it out. I assumed it would be a comedy drama, not to put every film into a box, but just in terms of you need to have some sort of tonality that connects the film. I think India is very dramatic and very funny. The audience with the energy of the zest for life here and movement, and there's stuff that really is quite disturbing. You see every shot, but we're not focusing on the disturbing because it's there. Just like it's there when you walk outside if you choose to see it or not. But we're talking about life and we're trying not to judge any of it. And then when we get into the afternoon and we start to stop and stick with people's stories more and more, hopefully we've got the audience in that. Hopefully you've invited the audience into the film and you've built a trust that we're not going to waste your time, that we've put so much effort into the craft of the filmmaking that you know we're trying to do something with this. Once we build that trust, because there is a trust between a filmmaker and an audience.
morning. Good morning. I'm excited. Boss. Family is everything for me. I like to learn karate.
68 years of our independence.
This is the only place in India which is owned and run by transgenders.
In life, you always make choices, and the choices that you don't make are like ghost ships. The dreams I had of going from one tip of India to the other, all the things I wanted to be.
If you think that you are not capable of doing anything, you are wrong.
This is beautiful.
इतनी आज़ादी मिल गई है ये कुछ बता नहीं सकते.
We have so much people here. The diversity and so many languages. I mean, most of the time we don't even understand each other.
There's this magic about India that pulls you back, that keeps you coming back.
How's your experience at IFFI so far?
Oh, it's been wonderful. I mean, I was at the opening ceremony, which was so grand and so very inviting for us international filmmakers. And then this is my first event participating in, outside of a couple of social gatherings. But this has been really, I mean, the great audience, very kind of captivated, very interested, in the questions were very pertinent. So obviously the people who come here are interested in cinema, in a different type of cinema, right? So I'm very thrilled.
This time focus country is Korea. So have you seen any Korean films, and what is your opinion about those films?
I think I have not seen Korean films here yet, because I've just arrived. But my first impression of Korean films is that there's a real technical mastery of the medium. The filmmakers there, by and large, know how to make a film and how to manipulate audiences, just like that. So I know that when I watch a film, whatever the intention of the filmmaker is, I'm going to get it.
Okay, how's the venue of IFFI?
It's paradise. What can I say? Yeah.
What's your opinion? How's Goa? How's the cuisine of Goa and people around here?
I've been to Goa many times. I've been here to the festival a few times, and I've been here other times as well for work. So my sister-in-law is going back in Canada. So I love Goan people. I think it's, I spend a lot of time in Delhi. And Delhi can be a very hard city. So I love this side of India when she shows the warmth.
इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल में आप आई है, तो कैसा रहा अब तक का एक्सपीरियंस?
बहुत अच्छा रहा, बहुत सारी खूबसूरत फिल्में देखी, बहुत सारे इवेंट्स अटेंड किए, अभी पैनल डिस्कशन है, बहुत सारे दोस्तों से मिली, और ऑफ कोर्स गोवा की आबो हवा ऐसी है कि आप बहुत रिलैक्स हो जाते हैं. सो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ आकर, एंड इट्स अ ग्रेट 47s.
Okay, this time focus country is Korea. So have you seen any Korean movies?
I've only seen Korean films. Yesterday I saw Tunnel, today I saw Shameless, and I absolutely loved Tunnel. Brilliant film and kept on the edge seat, and it's so like Hindi cinema that the whole sensibility is quite close to watching a Hindi film.
Okay, what about the IFFI venue and Goan people around here? How's your experience?
It's always fun. Look forward to coming to Goa for IFFI. The food, the air, the atmosphere, the relaxation, and just that. I think it's a perfect venue to have IFFI, watch movies in such a lovely place.
वा आंतरराष्ट्रीय चित्रपट महोत्सव सुरू आहे, आणि तुम्हाला कसा वाटला वेन्यू, किंवा ओव्हरऑल IFFIबद्दल थोडक्यात काही सांगू शकाल?
IFFIला मला जमेल तेव्हा नेहमीच येतो. मी आता दोन वर्षानंतर आलेलो आहे, आणि इफी इथे परमनंटली शिफ्ट करण्याचं कारण समुद्र असावं आणि गोवा हे टुरिस्ट ठिकाण आहे, टुरिस्टांचं ठिकाण आहे आणि हा जो संपूर्ण परिसर आहे जिथे इफी मेनली होतो हा परिसरच खूप छान आहे आणि इथे 3-4 थिएटर सगळे एकत्र आहेत. फक्त कला अकादमीपर्यंत जायला लागतं आपल्याला आणि त्याच्यामुळे इथल्या इथे फिरता येतं आणि इफी म्हणजे इंटरनॅशनल फेस्टिवलमध्ये अनेक देशांचे अनेक भाषांचे चित्रपट येतात. जगामध्ये काय काय चाललं आहे सिनेमाच्या बाबतीमध्ये ते आपल्याला खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीने कळतं. अनेक वर्कशॉप्स होतात. पॅशनेटली जो सिनेमा बघतो किंवा सिनेमा करतो जगतो त्याच्यासाठी इफी अटेंड करणं ही एक पर्वणी असते असं मला वाटतं. यावर्षीची ओपनिंग फिल्म होती आफ्टर इमेज नावाची. आंद्रे वायदाची फिल्म होती. वयाच्या 90व्या वर्षी त्यांनी केलेली त्यांची फिल्म आणि ती फिल्म खूप जुन्या काळातल्या जुना इरामध्ये घडते. परंतु ती फिल्म पाहत असताना असं वाटलं की आजच्या आपण इथे जी परिस्थिती आहे त्याला रिॲक्ट करणारीच फिल्म बनवली की काय त्याने तिथे राहून. म्हणजे जगामध्ये इतक्या वर्षांनंतरसुद्धा अजून काही बदललं नाही की काय असं ती फिल्म बघितल्यानंतर वाटतं आणि खूपच छान फिल्म होती. त्याच्यानंतर
कोरियाचे कुठले फिल्म्स मूवीज बघितले काही?
नाही, कोरियाच्या मी म्हणजे अदरवाईज बऱ्याच फिल्म पाहिल्या असतील, मला नावं आठवत नाहीत, परंतु इथे मी एकही आता अजून पाहिलेलं नाही आहे.
आणि मराठीत सुद्धा यंदा 10 चित्रपट आहेत, सैराटसह खूप चित्रपट आहेत, तर त्यांच्याबद्दल काय सांगा?
मराठी चित्रपटामध्ये वेगवेगळे विषय हाताळले जातात आहेत आणि खूप नवीन पिढी चांगल्या प्रकारे येते आहे. ही खरोखरच मराठी सिनेमासाठी चांगली गोष्ट आहे. नवीन पिढी ही खूप अपडेट आहे, म्हणजे टेक्निकली डिजिटली खूप अपडेट आहे आणि सिनेमा तंत्राच्या बाबतीत खूप जागरूक आहे. जागतिक सिनेमाबद्दल त्यांचा अभ्यास आहे आणि या सगळ्याचा उपयोग मराठी फिल्मसाठी होतोच आहे.
माहौल होता है वो माहौल अराउंड 300 फिल्म्स आर हियर दिस ईयर and the great people, everybody, great people and we commoners and people who love films, all we talk about films, we discuss films and we attend seminars and we attend film bazaar and यहाँ का माहौल मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है और खाना बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
So how do you see the venue this time? There are lots of changes in the venue.
I like it very very much और 3-dimensional है, multi-dimensional है, not only 3 and there is so much to do कि अभी क्या करूँ, क्या देखूँ, क्या एक्सपीरियंस करूँ और क्या किससे बात करूँ, ऐसा होता है. And I really look forward to coming to IFFI every year.
Which film you are willing to see, like waiting to watch?
Today I'm waiting to watch Salesman. Yesterday I watched Paradise and a very nice film called Tunnel.
Okay. What are the specialties of the film which you heard from your film friends?
Mami Salesman was praised a lot, so I'm looking forward to watch it. Tunnel was a very very great experience because it's a very nice Korean film and the way it was taken and the way it was presented, I really liked it very very much.
Any new movies of yours is coming?
This year I don't have any movie with me, so this year I'm
No,
going
it's
to enjoy myself and
for
next
the
year I'm going
next
to come
year.
with 2.
Okay. Any comments for the venue or suggestion?
I enjoyed it a lot and I want to watch my third one.
Okay.
पूर्ण देश सैराटमय झालेला आहे, तर आता इफीमध्ये सुद्धा लोकांना सैराट बघण्याची पर्वणी मिळणार आहे, तर त्याबद्दल थोडंसं सांगा.
म्हणजे छान वाटतं. इफी मला वाटतं मी 4थ्यांदा वगैरे अटेंड करत असेल वेगवेगळ्या कारणासाठी, फॅन्ड्रीसाठी केलं होतं आणि खूपच छान फेस्टिवल आहे. म्हणजे भारताचा आपण ज्याला म्हणून की सगळ्यात प्रमुख फेस्टिवल आहे, त्यामुळे इफीमध्ये असणं, गोव्यात असणं ही अशीच आनंददायक बाब असते. सैराट याच्यात आहे तर आणखी स्पेशल आहे, कारण की सैराट ऑलरेडी सगळ्या लोकांनी बघितलं. मला वाटत नाही की कोणी उरलं असेल, पण काही लोक भेटतात की त्यांनी बघितलेलं नाही, त्यांना मोठ्या स्क्रीनवर बघायचं आहे असं त्यांचं ठरलेलं असल्याकारणाने ते आत्ता बघणार आहेत. तर छान वाटतं आहे की इफीमध्ये गोव्यात सगळ्यांसोबत मी कदाचित आज सैराट बघेन आणि एकदम मस्त वाटतं हे
आता तुमच्यावर दडपण येते, दबाव येतो की आता सैराट इतका चांगला मास्टरपीस मी दिला आहे आणि त्याच्यानंतर दुसऱ्या मूवीची निर्मिती किंवा दिग्दर्शन करताना काही दडपण वगैरे?
हे खरं तर मी दरवेळेस बोलतो, सैराट माझ्यासाठी माझी फिल्म आहे. जशी फॅन्ड्री होती, जशी पिस्तुले होती, त्याला मास्टरपीस किंवा ती वाईट आहे हे सगळे तुम्ही ठरवणार, म्हणजे बाकीचे लोक बोलतील. त्यामुळे मी दडपण हे घेत नाही की त्याचं ते काय नेमकं आहे, ते मास्टरपीस आहे मी कसं म्हणू ना, ते माझी फिल्म आहे, मी माझ्या पद्धतीनं आणि काय म्हणू मन लावून ज्या पद्धतीने मी करू शकतो, माझ्या ताकदीनिशी केलेली आहे. त्यामुळं मला दडपण नाही येत. मला दडपण हेच असतं की मला माझ्या पद्धतीने ज्या फिल्म करायच्यात ते मला करता यावं, एवढंच माझ्यासाठी असतं. मी आता मास्टरपीस दिला आहे आणि पुढचा काहीतरी कटपीस दिला म्हणून तुम्हाला लोक हे करतील असं काही नसतं, ते लोकांसाठीच असतं खरं तर.
ओके, यंदा इफीसाठी फोकस कंट्री म्हणून कोरिया आहे, तर तुम्ही कोरियन कुठल्या मूवीज बघितल्यात, त्याबद्दलचं काही मत, कशा फिल्म्स असतात?
मी खरं तर आजच म्हणजे आलेलो इफीत, काल आलो तरी मला वेळ मिळाला नाही आणि आत्ता इकडे आलो आहे. मी अजून बघितलं तर मला बघायला आवडतील आणि वेळ कसा मिळतो आहे त्यानुसार मला नक्की काही फिल्म बघायच्या आहेत.
ओके, तर इफीचा सगळा व्हेन्यू कसा वाटला, किंवा गोवन पीपल, क्युझन गोवन?
इफी छानच आहे. दरवेळेस प्रमाणे मी मग सुरुवातीला जसं म्हटलं की गोव्यात फेस्टिवल असणं आणि आपल्या भारताचा, इंडियाचा सगळ्यात जो मोठा फेस्टिवल आहे, भारत सरकारचा फेस्टिवल आहे, तो असणं. गोवा हे सुंदरच आहे आणि त्यात असा फेस्टिवल, इतक्या सगळ्या फिल्म्स, इतकी सगळे लोकं येतात आणि हा एक उत्सव साजरा करतात, तर हा खूप आनंददायक आहे.